Hello, and welcome to today's video. In this episode, we explore the captivating disappearance of Jean Elizabeth Spangler, a young actress and dancer who vanished under puzzling circumstances in October 1949. This narrative is compiled from newspaper archives, law enforcement records, and credible secondary sources. Some details are speculative or based on rumors. These are clearly noted, as no conclusive evidence has surfaced to resolve the case. Viewer discretion is advised for discussions of potential foul play and unverified claims. Jean Elizabeth Spangler was born on September 2, 1923, in Seattle, Washington, eventually moving to Los Angeles in pursuit of opportunities. She was raised primarily by her mother and possibly stepfather, depending on different accounts. In a working-class environment, her family and acquaintances often remarked on her friendly demeanor and interest in the performing arts from a young age. Jean developed a passion for dance, performing in local clubs and stage shows. By the late 1940s, she was featured as a dancer in various Hollywood venues, sometimes landing uncredited bit parts in films. Aspiring to break through in show business, she juggled dance engagements, small modeling gigs, and occasional screen tests. Jean married Dexter Benner in 1942, and they had a daughter named Christine. The relationship turned turbulent. They divorced in 1946, sparking a custody dispute over Christine. Jean eventually regained custody, but tensions allegedly lingered. Friends described her as a devoted mother who balanced caretaker responsibilities with her show business ambitions. On October 7, 1949, Jean told her sister-in-law, with whom she shared a residence at the time, that she had a meeting with her ex-husband regarding overdue child support. Another version says she mentioned going to work on a film set. Wearing a stylish outfit and carrying a purse, she left around 5 p.m. This would be the last confirmed sighting of her. Evidence suggests Jean might have also intended to meet someone else that evening. No one can confirm precisely who or where. Her ex-husband, Dexter Benner, later claimed he had no scheduled meeting with her that night. Some acquaintances recalled Jean saying she had a night shoot for a film project, but studios she worked with had no record of filming that evening. When Jean did not return home the following morning, her sister-in-law contacted the police. Friends and family launched informal searches, checking local spots where she might have been. On October 9, 1949, 2 days after her disappearance, a park worker in Griffith Park found Jean's purse. The straps were torn, suggesting possible foul play. The rest of her belongings were missing. A puzzling note inside read, "Kirk, can't wait any longer, going to see Dr. Scott. It will work best this way while mother is away." The note was unsigned, raising more questions than answers. The name Kirk led to rampant rumors that Jean might have been referring to the actor Kirk Douglas, a prominent Hollywood star of the era. He denied any close association with Jean, stating he met her only in passing, if at all. Investigators found no firm evidence linking Douglas to her disappearance. Many also pointed out Kirk could be a different individual entirely. Despite extensive interviews, law enforcement never definitively identified Dr. Scott. Some suspect it could reference a physician involved in illegal activities, such as performing abortions then prohibited. Others suggest a friend or acquaintance used a nickname. No official records or leads clarified this individual's identity. Los Angeles police questioned numerous associates, including ex-husband Dexter Benner and several male acquaintances. None were charged or definitively implicated. The alleged custody battle angle motivated some suspicion toward Benner, yet no conclusive evidence tied him to Jean's vanishing. He maintained his innocence, and investigators eventually moved on. One prominent theory suggests Jean might have been pregnant and seeking an illegal abortion. The note's mention of a Dr. Scott provided a potential link to underground medical procedures. If complications or foul play occurred, the disposal of evidence might explain her disappearance. While plausible, no conclusive medical or witness testimony has ever validated this scenario. Some believe Jean's social links to Hollywood figures might have entangled her in a dangerous situation, perhaps a secret affair or knowledge of high-profile scandals. Again, the investigation turned up no direct link to a major Hollywood cover-up, and the rumor about Kirk Douglas remains unsubstantiated. Another possibility was that Jean decided to run away or start a new life. However, she left behind her daughter and seemed engaged in ongoing film or dance projects, making a voluntary disappearance less likely, according to friends and family. Some suspect a random kidnapping or attack. Griffith Park was known to have isolated areas, and the torn purse strap implied a struggle. Yet no one reported hearing screams or witnessing suspicious behavior. Without further physical evidence or witness accounts, detectives could only speculate. Over time, multiple unverified sightings emerged. Jean allegedly seen in various California towns, or even in Mexico. Police followed these tips, but none produced credible proof she was alive. Jean's mother, Florence, was traveling in Kentucky at the time. She returned to Los Angeles upon hearing of her daughter's disappearance, offering emotional appeals for Jean's safe return. The family expressed frustration at the limited progress of the investigation. They believed Jean would never leave her daughter behind voluntarily. Despite a heavy media spotlight in the weeks following her disappearance, the case grew cold. No further leads indicated a path forward, and no remains or definitive signs of Jean ever surfaced. Over decades, enthusiasts of Hollywood's golden age have re-examined the story, but with little new evidence. Jean Spangler's disappearance became one of many unsolved tales from mid-century Hollywood, often grouped with other mysterious vanishings or deaths. While less famous than some other star tragedies, her case still resonates with those researching the darker side of show business history. With no conclusive closure, every rumor, abortion, mishap, hush-hush, Hollywood affair, ex-husband involvement remains afloat. Modern investigators occasionally revisit the file, but the trail remains cold. Her daughter Christine grew up not knowing what really happened to her mother, symbolizing the deep personal toll of an unsolved disappearance. From time to time, true crime enthusiasts and historians publicize Jean's story, hoping someone might step forward with fresh insights. Yet, the decades since 1949 have eroded most direct knowledge. Without new breakthroughs, the case stands as a grim reminder that certain mysteries, especially in sprawling cities like Los Angeles, can remain unsolved indefinitely. Jean Spangler's case remains a haunting enigma. A young woman with aspirations in Hollywood, she vanished on an ordinary evening, leaving behind a cryptic note and heartbroken loved ones. Conflicting theories abound, but no definitive answer has emerged to explain her fate. Thank you for watching and learning about Jean Spangler's mysterious disappearance. If you found this overview informative, please like, share, and subscribe. By keeping her name and story alive, we hold on to the hope, even if faint, that someone, somewhere, might recall or uncover the key detail that finally closes one of Hollywood's lingering cold cases.